Every game begins the same way.
Attention, Birdland! Before we dive into the news that just broke here at our HQ, I need you, as a part of this passionate nation, to do something fundamental. Click the subscribe button right now. It's not just a request, it's a commitment. By joining our community, you guarantee access to the fastest and most in-depth analyses of the O's. These aren't generic news reports. They're insights from someone who lives the team's day-to-day life intensely, with a unique and genuine perspective. Here, we breathe the Orioles, we celebrate the victories, and most importantly, we understand every strategic decision, every behind-the-scenes move that shapes our future. And now, let's get down to business. Fresh news, straight from the source. The newly promoted Baltimore Orioles president, Mike Elias, has publicly addressed the future of manager Tony Mansolino. This is one of the most crucial decisions the front office faces, and Elias's words give a solid hint as to what we can expect. Elias's promotion to president is in itself a huge vote of confidence. The franchise's board not only approved the management philosophy he implemented, but elevated it to the highest level of authority. This means that from now on, the focus is not just on building a winning roster, but on ensuring that the entire team structure, from the farm system to the coaching staff, is aligned with Elias's long-term vision. The responsibility is immense and the decisions are high risk. And among all the choices, the future of the leadership in the dugout stands out. Tony Manscelino, the interim manager, took over a ship that was adrift. Brandon Hyde's performance at the start of the 2025 season was dismal, with a 15-28 record that not only frustrated the fans, but threatened to derail the entire season. Mansolino's arrival on May 17th, however, brought a noticeable change. He didn't work miracles, but he stabilized the team. With a 53-49 record under his command, the Orioles showed a resilience that seemed to have disappeared. This performance, in an environment of pressure and uncertainty, is remarkable. He not only got the team back to being competitive, but also rescued the fighting spirit that is the Birds' trademark. And now, with the season coming to an end, the decision of whether Mansolino stays or not is the big unknown. The question is this good performance enough to secure him the permanent job? Elias, as a meticulous strategist, is certainly weighing all the pros and cons. The fans, Birdland, expect this decision to be made with the same seriousness and planning he demonstrated in building our talented roster. And Elias's recently released response is the first clear indication of where the compass is pointing. As a true O's fan, I always seek out the hottest information, and Mike Elias's interview with Matt Wyrick of the Baltimore Sun is today's cherry on top. Elias, when speaking about Mansolino's future, was direct and transparent, but with the caution of someone with a bigger plan. And his words, my friends, are music to the ears of those who believe in Mansolino's work. According to Elias, Mansolino has done an extraordinary job with the team. The word extraordinary is not used lightly by someone with Elias's precision. He not only praised the interim manager's record, but also highlighted an improvement in the team's overall spirit and competitiveness. This is crucial. It's not just about wins and losses, it's about the culture being built in the clubhouse. Elias noticed a transformation in the team's mentality, and that's something no algorithm or statistic can measure. It's the intangible but vital spark of success. He saw that Mansolino managed to re-energize the group, make them believe in their potential again, even after a disastrous start to the season. And he went further, making it clear that the decision to keep Mansolino in charge for 2026 is one of his main concerns as he begins to plan for the next season. This is a clear sign that Mansolino is not just a candidate, he's at the top of the list. Unless something drastic changes, it's hard to imagine Elias letting him go, especially considering the positive feedback from the roster and the clear on-field improvement. Elias's professionalism is what gives us this confidence. He doesn't make emotional decisions. He analyzes facts, numbers, and most importantly, clubhouse culture. And what Mansolino has managed to create is a winning culture. It's a culture that breathes the Orioles' DNA, that honors the tradition and fighting spirit of Birdland, a spirit that explodes in the O chant during the national anthem. And speaking of culture, Mansolino's own words in the same article are revealing. When asked about the future, he replied, "My goal is to make the seat better for the next guy, whether that's me or someone else. This statement is the epitome of a selfless leader, focused on the organization's success above his own ambition. He is there to serve the team, to prepare the ground for long-term success. This altruistic attitude is something that certainly resonated with Mike Elias, who values this type of commitment above all else. It's a team-first, franchise-first mentality that Elias is looking for. And the combination of Mansolino's performance with his professional and disinterested attitude seems to have created the perfect scenario for a decision that benefits everyone, especially us, the fans. The transparency of Elias and the humility of Mansolino give us the certainty that the O's leadership is in good hands, and that the franchise's future is being built on solid foundations and non-negotiable values. What does all this mean for our beloved franchise? Mike Elias' message about Tony Mansolino goes far beyond a simple performance evaluation. It's a statement of intent. Elias is signaling that stability is a priority. He saw the turmoil at the start of the season and the subsequent improvement under Mansolino's leadership, and he wants to capitalize on that. The decision to promote Elias to president, as I've already mentioned, is a recognition of his ability to build something lasting. And keeping Mansolino would be the next piece of that puzzle. The front office and the fans can no longer afford to have a team that lives on highs and lows. Consistency is the key to long-term success, and Mansolino has shown he can provide that consistency. The way he managed the bullpen, the rotation, and the lineup amidst pressure shows a tactical maturity that many managers, even the most experienced, don't possess. And let's be honest, this is the first time in a long time that we felt the dugout is aligned with the front office's vision and the talent on the field. Mansolino has become the link between Elias's management and the players' execution. He is the voice that translates the front office's strategy into on-field language. This synergy is rare and valuable. To lose that would be a monumental strategic mistake. Furthermore, keeping Mansolino would send a clear message to the players. Hard work and dedication are rewarded. The team saw the interim manager turn the season around, and if he's made permanent, clubhouse morale will soar. It's a sign that the front office values loyalty, performance, and internal culture, and this can be a decisive factor for attracting future talent and retaining current ones. Birdland, our Birdland, is watching every move. We live this passion. We chant "Oh" out during the national anthem, and we feel the pain and joy of every play. And what we want is a team that represents that spirit. The combination of Elias at the helm and Mansolino in the dugout seems to be the perfect formula for that. They have the same philosophy: to build a solid team that plays with heart and intelligence. It's a combination that gives us hope that the glory days are returning to Baltimore. In summary, Mike Elias' message is clear. Tony Mansolino has a real chance to become the permanent manager of the Baltimore Orioles. His interim performance was praised, and his professional and disinterested attitude has put him in a prominent position. Elias' decision to publicly praise him was no accident. It was a vote of confidence, and Birdland can breathe a sigh of relief. What do you think of our team's latest decisions? What would be the best strategy for the next games or trade windows, especially knowing that the front office seems to be leaning towards keeping Mansolino in charge? Leave your opinions in the comments. And if you like this analysis, don't forget to like the video, comment with your opinions, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel to continue following exclusive analyses and daily updates on the Orioles. Let's go, Birdland!